I am too old and too married for this. Get me out of here.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
Hey guys, today I am rebooting the Style Versus series, and we're going to start off by comparing the girly girl style of dressing to a tomboy style of dressing. And this is kind of revisiting the previous Style Versus video. The thing is, as soon as I hit publish on that, I realized I didn't actually make the video I intended to make. Somewhere along the way, I misinterpreted my own video idea notes, so today I am backtracking a little bit to make the video that I actually meant to make by comparing a very stereotypical girly girl style with a more stereotypical tomboy style, really leaning into more of the extremes for each of those styles and seeing what I can come up with within my own personal wardrobe. So for round one, I'm going to be comparing two outfits that I would wear in the most casual type of setting, usually something like just hanging out at a friend's house. This is my tomboy option. This is something I've definitely already worn. This is a very relaxed go-to option for me when I'm just hanging around the house. So I just went with my Vans. They're my easiest throw on and go sneaker, my gray cargo pants, and then this unisex band t-shirt. And I think if I needed another layer, a hoodie or a denim jacket would be perfect. Super casual, super throw on and go, low effort. Also, this is really giving 2006 Avril Lavigne, right? It's very skater boy, and I kind of like it. And I feel like with tomboy style outfits, there tends to be a more casual leaning to them. So this feels a little bit more dressed down than I might typically wear for a get together with friends, but around the house, I've definitely worn this. Now, I do want to say quickly before we move on, I have chosen pants for all of my tomboyish outfits. I don't think you need to wear pants to create a tomboyish look, but within my personal wardrobe, that was the easiest and clearest way to create that tomboyish effect. And that's really what I'm going for here, is really leaning into the extremes of each style. And here is my girly girl most casual outfit. And like I said, I'm really leaning into those stereotypes here, especially with the pink and the white and just the flowiness of it. And I really like this one. While this feels slightly less casual than the tomboy option, this just makes me so much happier to wear. The tomboy option was very comfortable, but this feels more like me. So this is definitely a very springtime oriented option. I've got a little white baby doll tee with a daisy cutout, this pink pleated midi skirt that I am going to wear the heck out of this springtime. And then I went with my white sneakers to bounce off of the white of the t-shirt, and I probably would go with my denim jacket for this as well. Now, typically for me personally, I think I would actually wear my Doc Martens with this. That just would feel a little bit more true to me, but trying to really lean into that super girly type of look, I thought the white sneakers were more appropriate, and I do just like this a little bit better. The tomboy option is very, very comfortable, but this feels more like something I would put together for a casual hangout. I just really like this skirt. I love the color pink, and it just is such a light, flowy, happy feeling for me. So I think round one is gonna go to the girly girl outfit. For round two, I'm comparing outfits that are still casual, but maybe just a little bit more put together. Something you would wear to an occasion like a nice lunch date or something along those lines. And so this is what I went with for the tomboyish option. This does feel a little bit more casual than what I would go with for a lunch date. But if you ever pay attention to men's fashion or just more masculine styles in general, they do tend to just be more casual than the feminine counterpart. So this still feels quite dressed down, but it just kind of reminds me of that whole debate of like, is it a fit or is he just a guy? I think this is still a fit. I think it's still something. So I decided to layer a basic white button down under this sage green crew neck. I went with my straight leg grayish black jeans and the Doc Martens. And then I thought this baseball cap that kind of matches the gray of the pants would be nice to kind of just pull it all together. So as I'm editing this, I actually think the baseball cap kind of makes me look like I'm about to go fishing, but that's fine. You know, I can live with it. We'll carry on. I was tempted to go with a beanie, but my beanies are a super outdated style. I don't know, let me try it real quick. Ooh, that is something. No, we're not going for 2012 hipster look with this, no. And while I do think this is a decent outfit, it's way more masculine than I really care for. I do like the button down under this crew neck. So I mean, these two items together is good. That's a nice discovery that we've made here today. But otherwise, I think this is just not really me. I don't feel like myself in this. The other combination I was thinking of using for round two for the tomboy option was going with this checkered button down with just a white tank top underneath. And again, I think that would be a nice outfit. I think that would be a good warmer weather option, but just picturing it in my mind, it doesn't feel like something that would really resonate with me personally. So this is okay. It's still a decent outfit, but let's see how the feminine option feels. And here's what I put together for the round 2 girly outfit. And I think I like the girly option better for this round too. So no pink, but I did go with an ivory, very light and flowy blouse that has ruffles and bows and all kinds of frilliness going on. I layered that under this very simple plaid mini dress, went with some sheer tights, and then my chunky Mary Jane heels. These are just such a cute girly shoe, especially since they're in that really cute patent leather. And again, this does feel slightly more dressed up than the tomboy option we just saw, and I think that's because just like how tomboy style seems to lean more into casual, I think a girly girl style leans more into higher effort, more put together types of outfits typically. That's not to say you couldn't just wear jeans and like a pink t-shirt and still be really girly, but for the purposes of this video. But again, this just feels more like me and just puts more of a smile on my face. I love the bow details and I really like the 60s influence coming through with that. And I just feel cute in this. I didn't feel cute in the other one. I felt like normal in the other one. I didn't feel bad in the other one, but this one just makes me feel lighter and happier and prettier and just better. So I guess that means round 2 also goes to the girly outfit, which technically makes round 3 moot, but we're gonna go through with it anyway because that's what y'all signed up for, 3 rounds. We're gonna do 3 rounds. For the final round, round 3, we're bumping things up to the most dressy, most put together option, which for me isn't really that formal or dressy. I'm thinking more like a nice night out on the town, maybe like a nice restaurant or a really classy bar. I guess you could even go with like hitting the clubs, but that's not my scene. The last time I went to a club-like environment, it was not really by my own volition. It did not feel like a safe environment, and it was a miserable experience. I was just like, I am too old and too married for this. Get me out of here. So maybe not a night out to the clubs, but like a nice classy bar or restaurant, something that you'd want to be a little bit more dressed up than a daytime date. So I brought out this satin black button down, layered it over top of this olive green crop top. Then I went with my black high-waisted trousers and the Doc Martens again. I wasn't gonna wear a belt, but these pants are a little bit big right now, and I know that tying the blouse in the front like this is a bit more of a feminine way of styling it. I felt like this just looked better tied in the front, so that's what I went with. But I do still feel like this is a more tomboyish outfit, and I do actually quite like this. Part of me does want to swap out the pants for just a black mini skirt or something different on the bottom, but at least the top half I'm really liking, and I think partially because when I have gone out in the evening, either to a bar or to those clubs that I really would rather have not gone to, I feel more comfortable and safe in a more masculine outfit in those environments. Especially when I ended up at those clubs, I really was in my mind thinking, how can I give the most F off, don't talk to me energy possible? How can I write no on my forehead without literally writing no on my forehead? For the most part, when I dress a little bit more masculine, dudes definitely leave me alone more, which is kind of what I'm going for. Not always, but more so than when I dress very feminine. So that might be a little bit why I'm liking this as a going out in the evening option. And aside from that very personally specific reason, I do think it is just a good, simple outfit. So let's see what we have for a girly option. So this is the best I could come up with for my most dressed up girly girl outfit. I don't love it, but I was having a hard time finding really feminine items that fit with a more going out at night type of look. And that might just be because, like I mentioned, I feel a little bit more comfortable dressing slightly more masculine in those settings. So I just don't have a lot of like hyper feminine stuff that's appropriate for going out in the evening. On top of the fact that I just very rarely do go out in the evening. If I'm going out in the evening, it's for community theater, so you know. I'm so cool. So I decided to go with this soft brown satin tank top. I then went with my cargo mini skirt. I tried just my plain black mini skirt that fits more of like a pencil skirt type of silhouette, but that felt a little bit too corporate. And then I went with these strappy block heel sandals. It's okay. It's kind of bland, kind of plain. I did want to try to use pink for this last outfit, but anything pink that I have just feels a little bit more like daytime wear, feels a little bit more casual. And I was was thinking about using this skirt, but again, it just feels a little bit more of a daytime item. Like, I don't know, I guess it would be fine, I guess it would work, but it just wasn't feeling like I'm going out in the evening. And then I guess I could go with this shawl to have something over my shoulders. If you can't tell, I'm just not loving this final option. I mean, it looks fine, but it probably wouldn't be my first pick for an evening out. And it's also not as girly as I really wanted. It feels a little bit more like that cliche dark feminine energy, whatever the heck that means. So I just want to reiterate, guys, you do not have to wear pants to wear a tomboy style, and you do not have to wear skirts and pink and dresses and frilly things to wear a girly girl style. For this video, I really wanted to lean into the extremes of either style so that we could really compare and contrast them. This was just for fun to see what I could come up with within my own wardrobe and see what resonated the most with me. And I am a little bit surprised that I was leaning more toward the girly girl outfits for most of this, although realistically in my day-to-day life, I do more often mix those feminine and masculine elements together more in my outfits. I really like creating juxtaposition between the two. So this was just for fun to kind of separate those elements within my wardrobe and see what we could come up with. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you're still here, leave a little lipstick emoji down in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! I went with my... bleh. Okay, wait, part of me feels like I should have used this for the round 2 girly girl option. Like, it's so girly and it's so pink and it's so on the nose, but it is a little bit childish. I would not actually wear this out to a lunch date. So you know what? I'm just gonna throw it in with the bloopers and you guys get to see it.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you